Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister says violence should not be taken as right to protest, urges opposition to stop misguiding people on Citizenship Amendment Act, calls for speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. Supreme Court to hear centre's appeal tomorrow, challenging Delhi High Court's verdict in Nirbhaya case. Campaigning for assembly elections in Delhi ends. Polling to be held on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Kokrajhar in Assam tomorrow to participate in celebrations of signing of Bodo Accord. RBI keeps repo rate and reverse repo rate unchanged in monetary policy announced today. And centres of excellence to be set up at 7 places across the country to provide state-of-the-art facilities to junior and sub-junior hockey players. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that violence should not be taken as a right to protest and urged the opposition to stop misguiding people on the Citizenship Amendment Act. Replying to the debate on the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Rajya Sabha, he said that the opposition is displaying double standards over the issue.
Citizenship Amendment Act को लेकर जो कुछ भी कहा जा रहा है, वो जो प्रचारित किया जा रहा है, उसको लेकर सभी साथियों को खुद से सवाल पूछना चाहिए। क्या देश को मिस इन्फॉर्म करना, मिसगाइड करना, इस प्रवृत्ति को हम सब ने रोकना चाहिए कि नहीं रोकना चाहिए? क्या ये हम सबका कर्तव्य है कि नहीं है? क्या हमें ऐसे कैंपेन का हिस्सा बन जाना चाहिए? अब मान लीजिए किसी का राजनीतिक भला होने वाला नहीं है, मान के चलिए, और इसलिए ये रास्ता सही नहीं है। मिल बैठ करके जरा सोचें कि हम सही रास्ते में जा रहे हैं क्या?
Speaking on the National Population Register, Prime Minister Modi said the census and NPR are general administrative activities which have been in place since long. He alleged that the issue has been politicized just to reap political benefits. Mr. Modi said those who brought the NPR in 2010 are today questioning it. He added that those protesting against the NPR are displaying their anti-poor mindset as the data collected from the NPR will be used to directly transfer government benefits to the poor. The House unanimously adopted the motion of thanks to the President's address. However, opposition parties including the Congress, DMK, TMC, CPI and Samajwadi Party staged a walkout after the Prime Minister's speech. Earlier replying to the debate on the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Modi said the country deserves speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. He said India can no longer wait for problems to remain unsolved even after 70 years of independence.
लोगों ने सिर्फ एक सरकार बदली है ऐसा नहीं है, सरोकार भी बदलने की अपेक्षा की है। लेकिन अगर हम उसी रास्ते से चलते जिस रास्ते की आपको आदत हो गई थी, तो शायद 70 साल के बाद भी इस देश में से आर्टिकल 370 नहीं है। आप ही के तौर तरीके से चलते तो मुस्लिम बहनों को 3 तलाक की तलवार आज भी डराती रहे। अगर आप ही के सोच के साथ चलते तो राम जन्मभूमि आज भी विवादों में रहती।
Speaking on the issue of the Bodo dispute, the Prime Minister said that all efforts by previous governments in this matter only remained confined to paperwork. Mr. Modi said the current accord with the Bodo people is special in many ways. He said that all armed groups have surrendered as per the accord.
इस बार के समझौते की एक विशेषता है, सभी हथियारी ग्रुप एक साथ आए, सारे हथियार और सारे अंडरग्राउंड लोग सरेंडर किए हैं। और दूसरा, उस समझौते के एग्रीमेंट में लिखा है कि इसके बाद बोडो समस्या से जुड़ी हुई कोई भी मांग बाकी नहीं रहेगी.
The Prime Minister said that there should be no politics in farmer welfare and all have to work together towards their prosperity. He said the issue of increasing the minimum support price by 1.5 times was pending for long. He said the MSP issue has been addressed as well by the current government. The Prime Minister said the government gave away 56,000 crore rupees to farmers through the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. The Prime Minister elaborated the steps to increase trust of investors and make the economy stronger. He said from January 2019 to 2020, GST revenue collection crossed 1 lakh crore rupees 6 times. Mr. Modi said initiatives like the Mudra Yojana, Startup India and Stand Up India have given a lot of chances to the youth for self-employment. The Lok Sabha adopted the motion of thanks to the President's address by a voice vote. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi today alleged that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is distracting people from the real issues such as the economy, unemployment and jobs. Talking to reporters outside Parliament, Mr. Gandhi urged the Prime Minister to come out with the plan to provide employment to the youth of the country. The Lok Sabha today took up a general discussion on the Union Budget 2020-2021. Initiating the discussion, senior Congress leader Manish Tiwari raised a poser to the government whether it was right for the government to sell public sector organization shares. He also said that the Indian economy is very strong because of these public sectors. Mr. Tiwari also said that when there was an economic slowdown in 2008, India survived because of these public sector units. BJP MP Jayant Sinha applauded the budget, saying that it has something for everybody, farmers, students, women and tribals. He said if the country has to attain a $5 trillion economy, we should shed old thoughts and venture into a new era to make a new India. K. Kanimoy of the DMK thanked the Finance Minister for including the archaeological site in her constituency, Adichanallur, where a museum will be set up. The high-pitched campaigning for the Delhi Assembly elections came to a close this evening. The BJP, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party made last-ditch efforts to seek votes and raise issues ranging from the Citizenship Amendment Act, appeasement politics, unemployment, pollution and clean water. On the last day of the campaign, Home Minister Amit Shah took out 3 road shows at Selampur in northeast Delhi and Harinagar and Madhipur in West Delhi. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia took out a Padyatra in his Patpatganj constituency in East Delhi. Polling to the 70-member assembly will be held on the 8th of next month, and counting of votes will be taken up on the 11th of February. The Election Commission today issued notice to the Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh for prima facie violating the Model Code of Conduct with his allegations that the BJP is preparing to create a big problem. The Commission has given him time till 12 noon tomorrow to explain his position. The Election Commission also issued a show cause notice to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath for his alleged biryani to terrorists remarks. The poll panel has asked him to respond to the notice before 5 p.m. tomorrow. The Supreme Court today agreed to hear tomorrow the centre's appeal challenging the Delhi High Court's verdict in the Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case. The High Court yesterday dismissed the centre's plea against the trial court's order staying the execution of the 4 death row convicts in the case. A 9-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court today reserved an order on the legal issue of whether the top court can refer questions of law to a larger bench while exercising its review jurisdiction. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bodo said it will pronounce the order on the 10th and will accord day-to-day hearing from the 12th of February. The bench was hearing issues relating to discrimination against women at various places of worship, including the Sabarimala temple. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at @AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. The stage is set to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi tomorrow at Kokrajhar to celebrate the signing of the Bodo Accord. All necessary arrangements have been made to make the event a grand success. A bike rally was taken out by the All Bodo Students' Union today, welcoming the Accord and the Prime Minister's visit. An eminent writer and former MP, U.G. Brahma, said people have high expectations from the Prime Minister's visit.
We have the high expectation and people are enthusiastic to welcome the Prime Minister because the new era of peace is going to be started here. 35 years old, the NDFB armed struggle is coming to an end. So the development of this area in the education sector and in the agriculture sector also have been emphasized by this accord.
We now go live to our Guwahati correspondent, Manas Pratim Sharma. Manas, how is the accord going to benefit the region economically?
Yes, this accord would certainly boost the economic growth of the BTR region as well as the entire state of Assam. The center has already announced to give 1,500 crore rupees over the next 3 years. That would certainly help in the development process. Apart from that, also a separate directorate for Bodo medium schools to be set up, as well as a cultural complex in the name of Bodofa. Bodofa means the father of the Bodos. Upendranath Brahma will also be established at Kokrajhar. Back to you.
Thank you, Manas. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, in its sixth and last bi-monthly monetary policy for the financial year 2019-2020, today maintained status quo on policy rates despite the economic slowdown. The repo rate remains unchanged at 5.15% under the liquidity adjustment facility. The reverse repo rate also remains unchanged at 4.90% and the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate at 5.40%. The six-member Monetary Policy Committee, headed by Governor Shaktikanta Das, unanimously voted for a status quo. In Tamil Nadu, income tax raids conducted at the properties of a prominent Tamil actor, a producer, a distributor and a financier have led to the seizure of unaccounted cash worth 77 crore rupees. The raids began at 38 properties of the 4 people in Chennai and Madurai yesterday and are still continuing at some of the places. A release from the Central Board of Direct Taxes says the seized documents indicate the concealing of an amount exceeding 300 crore rupees. The Union Health Ministry today said that all evacuees from Wuhan in China have tested negative for novel coronavirus. In addition, 510 samples have been tested by the Indian Council of Medical Research Network laboratories, of which all have tested negative except for 3 already reported positive. The 3 positive cases are clinically stable. The 4th Joint Monitoring Group meeting was held today under the Directorate General of Health Services to discuss various technical issues, including a review period of follow-up required for asymptomatic travellers from China. The government has evacuated 647 Indians and 7 nationals of Maldives on 2 flights from novel coronavirus hit China. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said it was a complex operation and India is grateful to the Chinese government for their support and facilitation during this exercise. He said, apart from those evacuated, 10 other Indians have indicated that they want to come back from China, but were unable to clear the health screening process. Briefing the media in New Delhi, Mr. Kumar said the ministry is in regular contact with them and exploring all possibilities for their return. Asked about the reference to Jammu and Kashmir in the Pakistan-Malaysia joint statement, the MEA spokesperson said India completely rejects the references made in respect of Jammu and Kashmir. The Sports Authority of India, SAI, and Hockey India today announced the establishment of high-performance centres in 7 places across the country to provide state-of-the-art facilities to junior and sub-junior players. The move is aimed at grooming young talent in view of the 2024 and 2028 Olympic Games. These centres will be closely monitored by Hockey India and its high-performance director, and the programme will also ensure that athletes are provided with international exposure. These 7 centres will be set up under the Khelo India scheme and will have expert professional training, utilisation of sports science and education of youngsters. The Indian women's cricket team will take on England in a crucial league match of the T20 Tri-Series in Melbourne tomorrow. The match will start at 8:40 a.m. IST. In Now Before We Close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister says violence should not be taken as right to protest, urges opposition to stop misguiding people on Citizenship Amendment Act, calls for speedy growth with fine decisions and decisiveness. Supreme Court to hear centre's appeal tomorrow, challenging Delhi High Court's verdict in Nirbhaya case. Campaigning for assembly elections in Delhi ends. Polling to be held on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Kokrajhar in Assam tomorrow to participate in celebrations of signing of Bodo Accord. RBI keeps repo rate and reverse repo rate unchanged in monetary policy announced today. And centres of excellence to be set up at 7 places across the country to provide state-of-the-art facilities to junior and sub-junior hockey players. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.